And now, please welcome to the stage the ESOP Association Board Chair, Derek Vick.
Wow, after a long day, you all look amazing. Especially this table up front. Wow, you guys look great. Hey, good evening and welcome to the 2025 Employee Ownership Awards Gala. I am so excited that this is one of my first official duties as the ESOP Association's chair, because we have a great night planned for you. This has always been a highlight of my year for as long as I've been involved with the association, because we get to celebrate the individuals and companies that are achieving remarkable milestones in employee ownership. Our honorees this evening are truly inspirational and represent the very best in our ESOP community. Thanks to their accomplishments, the ESOP Association and our shared cause of employee ownership are in a much stronger place. It's great to see so many people here tonight. I think we got the word out about how much fun we had at last year's gala. And we're so happy to be rolling out the red carpet again for our honorees, our finalists, and of course for all of you.
Ladies and gentlemen, our MC for tonight's gala is an author, TV personality, and comedian who has been featured on Comedy Central numerous times. Please give a warm welcome to Scott Bloom.
That was kind of good. That was all right. To be honest, I was hoping for a little bit more ESOP energy, but see, that's what I'm talking. Look, here, let's do this right. I'm going to reintroduce myself. And this time, pretend you came here to see one of your favorite performers, your favorite comedian, favorite entertainer. You've actually bought tickets for this event. You've been waiting 6 months. The day finally arrived. You walk in, the energy is palpable. You just feel it. Let's do this right. I'm going to reintroduce myself. This time, I just want you to go crazy. I want people up in their seats, yelling, screaming, having a good time. I get it. You have no idea who I am, so pretend. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the moment you've all been waiting for. Please welcome to the stage, Scott Bloom! That's what I'm talking about. Well, thank you very much. Hello, everyone. It is a pleasure to be here with you tonight. For those who don't know me, my name is Scott. Everyone say, hi, Scott. Hi, Scott. Hey, folks, how's everyone feeling? Feeling good? Good. Well, I'm going to be your MC, your master of ceremonies for this evening's Employee Ownership Awards, and I hope everyone's in a good mood, revved up, ready to go, ready to engage, ready to celebrate, ready to have a good time, because tonight, it's all about you. Tonight, we are going to celebrate excellence within ESOP. And I know we have a lot of finalists here. We have a lot of nominees. Not everyone's going to get up on stage, but most of you will. It's great being up on stage, I got to tell you. Whether you win or not. Before I go any further, I just want to say thank you. You guys are great. Thank you for indulging me in that little reintroduction. I got to tell you, that's half the reason I do that. It feels so good. Now you have like 400 or 500 people applauding for you. Get this big dopamine rush. You feel like somebody. We're gonna continue on right now with our first set of awards. Let's get started with. We're gonna bring back out Derek Vick, your board chair, and your new secretary treasurer, Becky Streff, to announce our first three awards. Let's give them a round of applause.
Well, that's how you kick off the show in style, wouldn't you say? So our first presentation is for the Outstanding Chapter Officer of the Year. This award honors excellence in volunteer leadership and is given to the individual who made a lasting contribution to their chapter. Our winner was instrumental in overseeing a big transition in their chapter and really help set them up for future success. It's ironic she couldn't be here tonight because she is a fixture at the ESOP Association's national and chapter conferences. But we still want to give her a round of applause. So, our Outstanding Chapter Officer of the Year is Alicia DeCow from Acumen Advisors and President of the Minnesota and Dakotas Chapter.
Thank you very much. Hello, everybody. So great to be here again. My name is Becky Streff. I'm the Vice President of People Operations for Holden Industries in Illinois and your new Secretary-Treasurer of the ESOP Association. Thank you. Our next award is for membership recruitment by a professional member. This award recognizes the professional who has gone above and beyond to promote the ESOP Association and communicate all the benefits that come with being a member. Our winner really understands ESOPs and the value that the ESOP Association can provide to their clients. Please put your hands together for Jacob Cook from BDO Capital Advisors. Jacob, please come down to the stage to collect your award. You've got two choices. We can do stage left or
The Membership Development Award honors the ESOP Association chapter that had the greatest success in expanding their corporate membership, which is a key driver in our mission to grow employee ownership in America. Our winner is one of our newest chapters, and it's a testimony to how this chapter is really taking off. Please help us congratulate the Florida chapter.
Please welcome back your MC, Scott Bloom.
Yep, thank you. Oh, there we go. There we go. Well, thank you very much. Welcome back. Everyone enjoy their dinner? Yeah, it looked great. I didn't have the same dinner. I had like a bowl of Skittles and some mashed potatoes, but it was refreshing. So what I want to do to kick this segment of the awards, I want to do a little entertainment for you folks. You guys like impressions? Okay, I don't do any. I kind of wish I did at this point, but as a performer, I'm always trying to up my game. I'm always trying to give my audience what they want. So I'm going to do something a little different, and I think this could be very entertaining. I'm going to do famous people doing impressions of me, because I don't think anyone's doing that. So yell out, anyone famous? Anyone famous? What was that? Okay, I heard Robert De Niro. How about Robert De Niro doing an impression of me at McDonald's? I think it looks something like this. Yeah, hi, can I get a Big Mac and some fries, please? You can applaud, that's fine. Thank you. That's as best I sound. Some of you people think I set that up, so let me do another one. Just yell at anyone on this side, someone famous. What? Giselle? Denzel. Okay, that's better. I couldn't do Giselle. But Denzel, okay. Denzel Washington? Okay. How about Denzel Washington doing an impression of me as any occupation, any job? A teacher. I heard teacher. Okay. Denzel Washington. I don't think he's ever played a teacher, so this will be really funny. Denzel Washington doing an impression of me as a teacher. I think it looks something like this. Yeah, I'm your teacher, and everyone's got to sit down or they're getting detention. Okay, that sucked. No, don't. It didn't sound anything like me. I was working on that. Besides being a comedian and a professional host and an author, TV personality, I'm also regarded as one of the top psychics in the country. And I don't want to brag here, but I'm really good. When I was younger, they said I had a gift. And at the time, I was like, yeah, whatever. They said I was psychic. And then things would start coming to me. I'd meet people. I'd know everything about them. And what it's allowed me to do now is communicate with people on a whole different level because I feel comfortable with them. I connect immediately. So what I want to do right now, I want to do a couple of psychic intuitive readings and show you what happens when you trust your intuition. We all have it. Your PQ, your psychic quotient, should raise a little after this demonstration. I have it, but I have it at a deep level. And I want to show you what happens when you connect to your intuition and you connect to another human being. Now, I'm getting some very good energy over here. You know who I got some energy from? Is your name Jason? I met you earlier. Can I ask you to stand for a moment? Yeah, if you can stand, because we met already, and I know a lot about this gentleman. Jason, just give me your first name 3 times so I can connect. First 3 times, and then I will give you a personal, intuitive psychic reading.
Jason, Jason, Jason.
Jay. People call you Jay?
Not really. No.
Okay, I'm going to call you Jay, but I'm going to call you Jay.
Okay, yeah, that's
because
cool.
I want to get you out of your element, okay? Jay, first thing I am getting from you is you are single, are you not?
No, I'm happily married. Yeah.
Okay, when I say single, you are an individual. You're someone with a very strong sense of self. I see a lot of confidence coming from you, Jay. People look up to you. Now, this is interesting. I'm starting to see a wife.
Yeah, that's correct.
Is there a wife in the picture? I was a little thrown off by Jason. He's got a little bit of an intimidating air. I have that a little too at times, so I wouldn't be surprised if we weren't born under the same birth sign. What month were you born?
November.
November.
Yeah.
Me too.
Cool.
November 2nd.
It's actually the 1st. Close.
Wow. Out of 365 days, I missed it by uno, which is Spanish for 1. You are a Sagittarius?
Scorpio.
Scorpio with a Sagittarius rising? Because right now your moons are a little out of sorts, your house is 2 doors down, your Saturn is in the dealership. I'm starting to get a name right now. I don't normally get names as quickly, but I see it clear. The name of your significant other. You've never been, we haven't met except for right there with that moment in the game show. Just give me the first 5 letters of your wife's name, just to jumpstart me.
The first 5?
Yes.
Okay, this is a little awkward. A-N-N-E space? I mean...
Okay. I'm getting something very strongly here, like a Anna or Annie, Ann. Is it Ann?
Ann?
It is Ann.
Ann, yeah.
Now, you and Ann have been married for some time now, have you not? More than a week.
Oh, way more than a week, yeah.
I'm going to say anywhere between 5 years and 57 years. How long have you been married?
19 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Interesting. I said between 5 and 59. What's 59 divided by 5? 19. Now,
I think it's 3 divided by... Okay, yeah.
Now, business very important to you, obviously, but family even more important. You have children, do you not?
Yeah, we're blessed with 3 children. Yeah.
Okay, more than one? Yes? The younger one is not as old as the oldest one. Stay with me, Jay. The younger one is a girl.
Youngest one? Mm-hmm. Yeah, she's a girl.
You know why I know that? I'm a freaking psychic, that's why. Getting a lot of cynicism over there. Just dial it back a little. This is going to be a big year for you, a banner year, 2025. Remember this year. There's some great things happening. But I'm also seeing you struggle with something somewhat personal. I'm not going to bring it up here.
Okay.
It's to you. But what I'm getting is a decision.
Okay.
And what I'm getting very strongly is do it, Jason. okay? Or don't do it, Jay, okay? You should decide. Don't be pushed around. I think that's the message. All right, let's give Jason a round of applause. Let me do something over here. Yes, the woman was, yes. Yeah, can I ask you to stand for a moment? Dan, if we can bring a microphone over to this woman. Turn your badge around so I don't see it if it has your name on it, because I'm getting very, very strongly. Your first name is Sarah.
Christy.
It's damn close, right? Same amount of letters. Sarah, whatever. I'm going to tell you a few things about yourself. If I get too personal, you tell me to stop. First of all, you have full use of all your limbs.
That is correct.
Your great-great-grandfather on your father's side is no longer with us.
That is correct as well.
You okay?
I'm all right, thank you.
I want to take my time here, where a lot of emotional things are coming up here tonight. We're dealing with Jason and that big personal decision, and now we're dealing with the death of a dearly departed dead one. You never knew your great-great-grandfather, did you?
No, I didn't.
You have his eyes, Christy. You are the spitting image of your great-great-grandfather. I wish I had a picture right now. If you had like a bowler hat on and some mutton chops, you'd look just like him. Be honest with me, Christy. When you were younger, were you a kid? Because I'm
Yes.
seeing a younger Christy, and that was where you got that nickname. Christy is not your real name. Tell everyone what your full name is.
Christine Marie.
Christy Marie, but they shortened it to Christy. And Christy, did you have a bicycle when you were younger?
Yes, I did.
It was a green bicycle?
Blue.
Like a bluish green, almost teal. And
More
I
like
see
a
you,
royal
remember
blue.
that area behind the school? You're riding the bike. You once fell off your bicycle, didn't you?
I did.
And you had a pretty bad accident. You were on the ground. You were crying. No one was there. And you were reaching up. You were crying for someone. You were crying for a Who were you?
My mom.
Yes, your mom. Yes, that's a breakthrough right there. She's been holding that for, 25 years now?
Exactly 25
Exactly
years.
25 years. I'm very tapped into Christy. Christy, how's your brother doing?
I'm an only child.
Christy, I'm here to tell you do have a brother. You have a brother named Albert. He is living in Bradenton, Florida. I am going to get you an email address, an AOL address. He's not doing that well. I'm going to see if I can connect the two of you. Has anyone ever said you're psychic or intuitive?
Not really.
Okay, tell me if this has ever happened. Be honest. You're alone at home, maybe sitting on the couch, the phone rings, and you're like, oh, I bet that's for me.
Yes, that
Okay.
has happened.
Okay, let's give you a psychic quiz right now. I'm thinking of a color. What color am I thinking?
Purple.
Were you thinking of like a deep purple? Unmistakably purple.
Sure.
It's not mauve, it's not magenta, it was purple. I'm thinking of an animal you might find in a zoo, an animal you might find in a zoo. First thing that comes to mind.
Giraffe.
We just said giraffe at the same exact time. I paused for a moment. I am thinking of a Japanese 15th century haiku poet. First thing that comes to mind.
I don't know.
Did you just say, I don't know?
Yes.
I was thinking of Kyoto, I don't know, 16th century haiku poet and Zen master.
Well, how about that?
Jay, you think this is easy? It's not that easy. I'm thinking of a number between 1 and infinity. What number am I thinking? You're embarrassing yourself, not even close. Christy, what number was I thinking?
106.
Dead on. You have a gift. You need to go out and share it. Let's give both Jason and Christy a round of applause for helping out. All right, so before we get to our next awards, Dave Fitzgerald and Peter Ney, our immediate past chair and new chair of the Employee Ownership Foundation, would like to make a special presentation. Dave and Peter, can you please come on stage? Or they might be out here. Are they here? Ah, there we are. There you go.
Thank you, Scott. I hope everyone is enjoying themselves. This is a special night for me and for our board as well. As you all know, last year at the National Conference, we announced the first class of the Foundation's Trustee Scholars. Now, this is an annual scholarship program for children of employee owners to help defray the costs of higher education. The Trustee Scholars Program is made possible by the incredible generosity of our foundation donors. It's just one area where we are giving back to the employee ownership community. Each year, the foundation will award 2 individuals with a $5,000 scholarship. Our scholarships are renewable, so an incoming freshman pursuing a 4-year degree can receive up to $20,000 for college or vocational school. For the class of 2025, we received more than 400 applications, beating last year's number. Our candidates were so strong that the Foundation's board decided to add an extra scholarship. I wish we could recognize everyone who applied, but I would like to say thank you to all of our applicants. Now, it just so happens that 2 of our recipients are here with us tonight. When we announce your name, please join us on stage with your families.
All right, so before we recognize our winning guests this evening, there was one student who couldn't be with us. She has a 4.0 GPA at Madisonville North Hopkins High School in Madisonville, Kentucky. This fall, she's off to Western Kentucky University to study electrical engineering. After graduating, she hopes to find a job making sustainable energy more efficient and accessible. Please give a warm round of applause for Hope Calhoun.
Our second recipient, Ty Barnes, is going to be a sophomore at Auburn University this fall, where he has a 4.0 GPA in biomedical sciences. Ty's mom, Gloria, works in human resources at Trinidad Benham Corporation, an ESOP Association member in LaGrange, Georgia. Ty told us that employee ownership means very much to him because it means he can focus on his academic and career goals to make a lasting impact in his field. Ty, would you and your family please come up on stage? Let's give them a big round of applause.
Third trustee scholar for 2025, Naomi Watkins, will be a senior at the University of Georgia this fall, where she is studying psychology with a minor in exercise and sports science. Naomi's mom, Desiree, is a lab technician at Essential Ingredients, an ESOP in Lawrenceville, Georgia. Naomi told us that employee ownership brings a deeper sense of pride and security for her family. It's about more than work. It's about being a part of something bigger. I couldn't have said that better myself. Naomi, please join us on stage with your family. Let's give Naomi a big round of applause.
Thank you. Let's give them another round of applause. Naomi, congratulations. That's got to feel good. I just want to quickly check in on you folks, because as we're celebrating, as we're smiling, we start to feel more connected, especially as an association, especially in your situation. I want to try something, a quick little experiment here. I want everyone to pick a number from 1 to 10. Don't tell me what it is. Okay? Just put a number in your head. Everyone got a number? How many people were thinking of 7? Okay, I asked you not to tell me. That was pretty easy. You just gave it up. All right, now you got to just pick a new number. I just don't want anyone to pick 7, okay? We're going to do some simple math. I just want you to take that number and double it. Real easy. Now, this is the fun part. I want you to take the first digit of your mobile phone area code and add it to that number. That should be simple math. We're going to see if we can all end up with the same number, okay? I want you now to subtract the first digit of your age. Okay, some people math, when they get all stressed out, you can do this, okay? If your favorite color is, we'll go with the bike color. If your favorite color is teal, I want you to add 5. If it's any other color, subtract 5. Okay, let's see if we can all end up with the same number. I want you now to add 2, subtract 1, multiply by 0, and add the number 2026. How many people are thinking of 2026 right now? Yes, because that's going to be your best year ever. It's a great year for Naomi, 2025 going into 2026. Okay. I mean, it really is inspiring to see all of you here, this whole ESOP community come together and feel the way you are, to feel like there's a belonging, a sense of being here. And I'm so happy for all of you, and I'm glad you all had a chance to actually come together and celebrate here tonight. So we have 2 final awards, and here to deliver them, please welcome Jim Bonham. Jim. Jim could not be with us today. He fell into a bowl of soup. We haven't seen him for several days. I want to give him a proper introduction. Here, I'm going to reintroduce. Wait, hold on. Let me do it right. Is he there? Give me a thumbs up. Is he there? Oh, because I introduced the wrong people. That's why he didn't come out. That's on me. Let's once again, I have one job. Okay. Jim's like, no. All right, let's welcome to the stage Becky Streff and Derek Vick back on the stage for the chapter of the year.
We were tossing a coin to see who got to pretend to be Jim. Yep. Thanks, Scott. And thanks for being with us and making this a special night for everyone. The ESOP Association's chapter network is one of the most important benefits of your membership. For both corporate and professional members, our chapters are an invaluable resource for education and development that is only available through the ESOP Association. The Chapter of the Year Award honors overall excellence by a TEA chapter. When choosing this year's winner, judges were most impressed by this chapter's diversity of programming and content, as well as their engagement with elected officials at the federal and state levels. With a strong and active volunteer leadership team, they are extremely well positioned to continue growing and providing exceptional service to their members. This year's winner for Chapter of the Year is, drum roll, the Northwest Chapter. Please come up and receive your award.
hardworking chapter members and officers. It really is just an honor and a privilege to receive an award like this. We are so thankful. We're thankful for their hard work. We're thankful to the association for their support. Thank you very much for this honor. We're very humbled by it.
Okay, so is everyone having a great time so far? How about this guy named Scott Bloom? He doing a pretty good job? You know, here's the great thing about having a guy like Scott at this event. We don't have to listen to Jim Bonham all night. Yeah. Just kidding. I am so proud to be presenting the ESOP Company of the Year Award. It's the highest honor given to a corporate member, a recognition for commitment to employee ownership and the ESOP, a high-performance ownership culture, and building value for employees. Our first finalist for Company of the Year is celebrating their 50th anniversary as an ESOP. In fact, they were one of the first ESOPs formed after the passage of ERISA. It's a tremendous achievement for any company, and it's one that proves the staying power of the employee ownership model. They put a premium on employee education and training, and their open book management style has created a real sense of unity across the company. Please give a big round of applause for our first finalist, LaFille Manufacturing from our California, Nevada chapter. Would the team from LaFille just stand up? Our next finalist has been employee-owned since 1989 and a 100% ESOP since 1998. They have one of the most vibrant employee engagement programs we've seen, which certainly contributed to their productivity, profitability, and lower employee turnover. In their last fiscal years, employees logged nearly 4,200 volunteer hours, and last year they participated in over 150 different charitable events. Please help us congratulate our second finalist, Pacific Steel and Recycling, headquartered in Montana in our Northwest chapter. If the team is here, would you please stand and be recognized? Our third finalist believes that for an ESOP to truly benefit employee owners, it is essential that they aren't just stockholders, but active participants in the company's decision-making process. Employees are empowered to provide feedback and are reassured by knowing their input will be evaluated and implemented whenever possible. The company's strong commitment to engagement creates a deep understanding of goals and ensures employees are both supportive of their colleagues and hold each other accountable in the spirit of shared success. Please give a round of applause for Wiley Wilson, headquartered in Virginia and our Mid-Atlantic and Carolinas chapter. Would the Wiley Wilson team please stand and be recognized? Okay, now it is my pleasure to announce the winner of the 2025 ESOP Company of the Year, Wiley Wilson. Would the Wiley Wilson team please come on stage and receive your award?
On behalf of our 200 employee owners from DC to Washington State, we thank the ESOP Association for this honor. As a employee-owned company, ESOP of 25 years, it takes time to build that culture, but we have to continuously do it. And there's a lot of great companies out here tonight. I know because you're here tonight, you're supporting the ESOP Association, you're supporting the ESOP Leadership Association here, and you're bringing your people and your team here because we have to constantly build that culture. Thank you.
Congratulations again to the entire team at Wiley Wilson. I'm sure you guys are texting Connie as we speak. The Employee Owner of the Year is a very special award for an individual who has gone above and beyond to promote and develop an ownership culture and mindset in their ESOP. It is given to an employee owner below senior management level who has demonstrated exceptional initiative and leadership at their company. Our first finalist for Employee Owner of the Year is a natural leader who consistently showcases an outstanding work ethic and dedication to improving the company for the benefit of the entire ESOP. They are a key member of their company's Ownership Ambassador Committee and always among the first to volunteer for engagement activities. And I have it from firsthand that she drove 6.5 hours to be with us tonight because her flight got canceled. So please give a warm round of applause for Casey Diamond, Manager of Project Planning and Process Optimization at ProAct in our New York, New Jersey chapter. Casey, please stand and be recognized. Our next finalist has a tough job as a supply chain manager, and in their role has implemented strategies that have enhanced operational efficiency, reduced costs, and aligned with the company's overall objectives. Beyond that, they play a crucial role in shaping the culture of their ESOP. Let's have a round of applause for Tommy Parks from Freedom Industries in our Mid-Atlantic and Carolinas chapter. Tommy, please stand. And our third finalist has been described as an army of one, doing work that would take an entire team of people in most other businesses. This individual is responsible for accounts payable in a company doing business in 60 countries in all 50 states. Their efforts have made a great impact on productivity and profitability. They are the go-to person for employee owners with questions about the ESOP and have made a lasting impact on the company's ownership culture. Let's hear it for our third finalist, Stacy Roberts, accountant at Century Equipment in our Wisconsin chapter. And the winner of the 2025 Employee Owner of the Year is Stacy Roberts. I hope I don't steal her thunder, but Stacy's husband is here tonight to support her, which I think is a true testament to the passion that she had.
Thank you. I did write a little something just in case. Wow. Thank you to the association. Thank you to Century Equipment. Thank you to the Wisconsin chapter. And thank you to my husband here with me tonight. To think 5 years ago in the fall, after COVID hit, I lost my job with 440 others after 11 years with the company. I was heartbroken and didn't know what was next for me in my career and what company I would call home. I truly believe things happen for a reason and everything is beautiful in its time. That continues to prove true with finding a home at Century and being an employee owner. I didn't know much, if anything, about employee ownership before joining Century Equipment, though quickly learned and experienced that it is something special. It's about the people and the culture. I am blessed to be surrounded and have met great people at Century and at the ESOP Association and through the chapters. Employee ownership is making a wonderful impact on so many people, and I love hearing the stories and telling my own. I played college softball and was recently asked by the coach to write an alumni letter for the current team to share things of inspiration, experiences on and off the field, and updates of where I am now. I proudly spoke about being an employee owner at Century and encouraged the women to learn more about employee ownership opportunities for their future. I see employee ownership growing and see it everywhere I go, even sitting at my niece's band concert where a few rows ahead of me, someone was wearing a company shirt with employee owner on the back. I think I spent more time Googling the company to see if they were a member of Wisconsin than actually listening to the concert. Employee ownership is a community. I am proud to be an employee owner representing Century, the state of Wisconsin, and the ESOP Association. Congratulations to all the nominees tonight. We are all making an impact together in employee ownership. It truly takes us all. Thank you. I'm honored.
Congratulations. Yeah, I'm excited. I had 5 large on Stacey Roberts. Yes. I also had a parlay bet with Wiley Wilson. I won that one, but I lost the Tommy Parks part. Tommy, I was really rooting for you. Listen, I'm going to bring up the person I was supposed to bring up, but we're going to edit this whole thing. So we're going to pretend like this didn't happen. They'll cut all this out. So let's just take it like as if I said something funny. I'll react to it, and then I'll go right into it. So on 3, if you can start laughing, and snap. Yeah, I know. It's funny, because that reminds me of our next presenter. Here to present the next 2 awards, please welcome to the stage, Jim Bonham.
Thank you, Scott, and congratulations to all our winners and finalists. And yeah, Derek Vick, I remember that line from earlier. I'm still here. All of your contributions are making your companies and all ESOPs better. On behalf of the board and all of the membership of the ESOP Association, thank you all for everything that you do. We have just 2 presentations remaining: the Michael Keeling Founders Award and the Lifetime Service Award. Now, these awards are not given every year, and they are meant to honor exceptional service or contributions to ESOPs and employee ownership over the course of a career. The Michael Keeling Founders Award has only been given 3 times. Last year, it was awarded posthumously to Bob Moore, the founder of Bob's Red Mill in Oregon. The award is meant to honor an individual for the contributions to ESOP formation and elevating the concept of employee ownership and ESOPs around the country. This year's Keeling Award recipient is someone to whom every ESOP participant, present or future, owes a debt of gratitude. ESOP founders are individuals who are willing to undertake a process that can be very daunting. Think about it. Founders must accept that their decision to sell their business to their employees through an ESOP will be heavily scrutinized, and there will almost always be an easier route. Tonight's Keeling Award recipient knew what was likely coming when he and his partners sold to an ESOP. So they did what we teach, what we preach about forming an ESOP. They took every precaution and documented every part of the transaction carefully. Nevertheless, the Department of Labor sued his company, claiming the ESOP greatly overpaid to purchase shares from the owners. Now, he could have done what most others do in the face of such a threat. pay a penalty, settle the case, move on with life. But no, this former Army officer stuck to his convictions and kept his and his company's integrity intact, secure in the knowledge that he was doing the right thing. Well, it took years, and who knows how many millions of dollars, he knows, but he won that case convincingly. And in winning, his steadfast leadership became an inspiration to all ESOPs and caught the attention of lawmakers here in Washington, who are now taking meaningful action so others are not treated the same way he was. Now, I could go on and on about what a great guy and leader he is, but I think we should hear from some people who know him firsthand and were there by his side all along.
At Bars and Kubota, our values are SWIFT, which is superior quality, wellness, integrity, family, and teamwork. And that really is the basis of who we are. The company is all about family. You know, there's ups and downs, but we pull through together.
So I'm one of the fortunate ones that I work in the same office with Brian, and he always has an open door policy. He knows how to inspire and motivate people, and he's just a really awesome person to be around with.
He is always honest, very straightforward, and I think one of the great things about him is he really leads by example. And you know, he would never ask you to do something he wouldn't do himself.
After being with the company for about 6 years now, I believe that he has a lot of integrity, and that even strengthens the trust in him as a leader.
So during the Department of Labor lawsuit, Brian and Dexter were both very transparent with the company. They informed us from the beginning what was happening and kept us abreast of what was happening throughout the lawsuit.
He really understood the importance of it, and he was fighting back for it, but in a very professional way.
For Brian, it was more of keeping the integrity of the company. To him, it was what was in question, and he wanted to defend that. So, he could have just walked away from it probably, but that's not his style. So I really respect him for that.
It empowers our employee owners to get behind this company because he's doing everything he can to keep fighting and really going to lengths to try to do what is right. And that is also why he's a good leader by example and showing us the way to always make sure that we're doing what is right.
Through that whole stretch, the entire staff, we didn't even notice any, the ongoing resolution related to the lawsuit. And that's pretty much on the leadership to take all of that burden away from the staff, and so that the team members can focus on their work.
Thank you so much, Brian, for your visionary leadership in transitioning us to an ESOP 13 years ago. The company, all of us are forever grateful, and congratulations on such a well-deserved award. We're so proud of you.
Congratulations, Brian. Thank you for everything that you do for our ESOPs and ESOPs across the nation.
This is definitely a well-deserved award that was a long time coming. Congrats.
Congratulations, Brian. Well deserved.
Congratulations, Brian, or fondly known as BB. You deserve this.
Congratulations, Brian. Your leadership, hard work, and dedication has paid off.
Congratulations, Brian. Very well deserved, and we are so proud of you.
We are honored that Brian is here with us this evening and that he's the newest member of our board of directors. Brian, would you please come to the stage to accept our deep gratitude for your work and perseverance. Now, notably, Now, we have a special guest here tonight, the daughter of one of your employee owners, to present you with a special gift on behalf of Gala. Your turn.
Okay. Wow. I didn't have prepared remarks, sorry. I guess this makes up for the fact that a couple of years ago when I won the Chapter Officer of the Year, they gave it to me in absentia, so Jim wanted to make sure I was here today, so I appreciate that. I just, I thought this was an award for old people or passed away people. Sorry, Gary. But thank you, Jim. Thank you for the board. Yeah, that was quite a journey. Sadly, it's still ongoing, believe it or not. But it was, one of those things that I was inspired when last year at the November conference, the speaker was the coffee bean, and he said, you don't necessarily need to win every fight, but you need to fight every fight. And I think that kind of encapsulates what we were trying to do, certainly at our company. And although we, didn't succeed in terms of getting our fees back, that's still ongoing. But, I think it set a precedent, for the Department of Labor. And I think that, as Jim said, with the right leadership in place at the Department of Labor now, we can use, not only our case, but the new leadership to really move the ball forward and not let this happen again. So thank you again, Jim. Thanks for the board. Thanks, Chemi, for coming. Chemi is, she works on the staff of Representative Case's office, who we heard at the PAC event today, and it was very nice for her to come and represent the company. And I'm going to have to talk to our employees about being so nice to me. Maybe I'm not hard enough on them. Yeah, when I gave a speech a few years ago, it says, the Department of Labor shouldn't mess with a forming armor ranger, and I'll just leave it with that. But thank you all. Thank you all for what you do for your companies, and God bless employee ownership.
Brian, congratulations again. Your service to your company and to all ESOPs is something we can all look up to. Now, for our final presentation of the evening, the Lifetime Service Award is the ESOP community's highest honor, reserved for impactful and long-term contributions to employee ownership and ESOPs. Now, tonight, this is also a very rare instance where the award will be given to a person who is currently not a member of the ESOP Association, although has been in the past. However, the board and I felt that this individual in particular should be honored for the many years of work advancing the cause of employee ownership. There's a saying that all good policy starts with good research. When advocates make their case to lawmakers, they must be armed with facts and evidence that what we are asking for, what we're seeking, is not only in our best interest, but is in the overall public's best interest. It is not good enough to be just another good idea. If laws and taxpayer resources are going to be applied, there must be a higher purpose, and it needs to be provable. Now, this individual is one of the most respected academics in his field. His distinguished record of scholarship over decades has helped us make a data-driven case for the benefits of employee ownership for companies, for employees, for communities, and yes, even for our nation. What we have accomplished here in the United States is now being studied around the globe by other nations, as they are now attempting to replicate the public benefits that we have now proven over 5 decades here in America. Now, we asked some of his colleagues to help us put together this presentation, and here's a few things about what they think about tonight's recipient and his accomplishments.
I have to say, I don't think there's another Joe Blasi on the planet. What he has accomplished academically and politically to improve the purpose and understanding of the employee ownership movement cannot be matched by anyone.
There are only a few solutions to creating social stability.
He wants to make the world a better place, and he sees potential in employee ownership to do that. And so he has not limited his research to the ivory tower. He's made sure that that this research makes a difference.
I mean, his research, I think, significantly has made an impact on the field, and people like myself and researchers, policymakers have all taken advantage of the work that Dr. Blasi has created over the years.
I can't tell you how many times I quote his research while giving a speech or meeting with a state or national legislator.
We'd all be lucky to make such a big impact in a particular field. But it's not just the academic program, but also a profound impact on practice, and particularly in the policy aspects where he's consulted with a wide range of politicians, and I think importantly, particularly in this moment, on both sides of the aisle, working with Bernie Sanders, working with Republicans who are supportive of employee ownership, as many are.
Are companies, corporations, our banks, as you suggest, are they open to this idea?
Oh, absolutely. Under the first Bush administration, there were incentives so that financial institutions that helped establish employee stock ownership plans really received wonderful incentives, and they did a lot to push this on Wall Street.
Why aren't we seeing it happen then in huge numbers?
In the last 8 presidential administrations, the tax incentives for the rich have gone up. The tax incentives for broad-based profit sharing and employee ownership have been depleted. It's really a shame.
Because of Professor Blasi, there are people studying the impact of employee ownership across the country and around the world.
It's funny because he's mentored me, and it's only over time that I've come to realize, Joseph has built this global international network of global researchers. So we have 200, 300 different researchers studying employee ownership all around the world. And at first I think I thought I was special, but then I realized as I started to get to know many of the other research fellows around the world, he's actually staying in touch with almost everyone. So
Joe, congratulations on receiving the Lifetime Service Award. I can't think of anyone who deserves this award more than you.
Joseph, congratulations.
Joseph, you're so deserving of this award.
Joseph, I can't think of anyone more deserving.
Congratulations.
Congratulations to you, my friend, on your Life Service Award.
And now it's my great pleasure to present the ESOP Association's Lifetime Service Award to Dr. Joseph Blasi, who is retiring from his position leading the Rutgers Institute for Study of Employee Ownership and Profit Sharing. Joe, please come and join me.
Well, thank you, Jim. Thank you, members of the board and the community. I am so shocked and so surprised, and I just want to say that this has been a team effort at Rutgers over the last 35 years, and we deeply appreciate the support of the ESOP Association and the partnership with the Employee Ownership Foundation. But most importantly, that when we do research, it's because the heads of companies and their employees help us do the research. The data is from your employees and your companies. So without that, we couldn't do anything. But I don't want to start crying because I was really surprised here. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Joseph. It's such a pleasure having you here with us this evening, and I have to confess, apologies for the conspiracy with your colleagues at Rutgers to bring you here. We've been trying to figure out how do we make sure Joseph makes it and he comes to the dinner, but they were so happy for you, and that they were every bit as complicit in it as we were. So be sure to give them a hard time when you get back too. Now, to wrap up tonight's festivities, can we have Scott Bloom come out for one more time, just for a round of applause, and say goodnight? What a terrific MC. So enjoyable. I feel such a psychic connection with you now. I hope you all enjoyed this evening. It's such a pleasure to be able to be here with all of you as employee owners and professionals, and to recognize the wonderful things about this community and the real treasure that we have in employee ownership and ESOPs. So thank you all. I suspect the bar will be open upstairs, but I really appreciate your time, and I hope you enjoy the remainder of the conference. Thank you all for coming tonight. Have a good one.